I gotta link it to folks. Oh, gotta mute myself on this one. This looks a little small. Do I usually do it on 4x or 5x? Let's see what that looks like. I think 5x looks better. We'll go with that. Alright, there's it looks like a little bit more delay than usual. That's kind of unusual. Stream woo? Heck yeah, here we go. We're gonna try to get through Wally and Wattson, is the plan. Might end up doing a side route trainer, might not end up doing a side route trainer. I'm not super sure. I'm a little bit tired. But just doing some Tiny Tina's Wonderland with a few friends. And one of them has to go to bed early because he gets up for work really early. And that means I got a little bit of time, and I have no excuses because I finished a line today. I was waiting patiently so I wouldn't be first. Unfortunately, Bryn is working on finishing a paper draft. But I appreciate you waiting for her. He was waiting patiently so that you could be the first chatter. She appreciates your efforts. Those deadpan actually getting the mud rays cracking me up. Listen, I didn't realize this mon was like super good until I immediately used it, and it was super good. It's also going to be coming to Wattson. My hype for it has been going up, which is nice. The shiny, I honestly hadn't even remembered this was shiny. It's just going to be an orange mon to me now because it's not one I was super familiar with. A little nervous about today. I'm not super nervous about Wally, I'll be honest. I am a little more nervous for Wattson. We can see some leftovers from me doing some calcs with this Mudsdale, which, like I said, is coming to Wattson. But I think, like, best laid plans and all that, right? I think I got a pretty good plan for Wattson. There are certainly, if he crits me enough times, there are going to be problems. I think with the Volt Switch shenanigans, we are going to be able to turn off has bad odds from being problem, which is really nice. The horse is so cool. The horse is so cool. Okay, so let's just launch right into it. I have a line for Wally already done. It's a short line, but it's got a decently lengthy to-do list. So I'm just going to start checking things out the to-do list. Hopefully just getting Wally out of the way will ease the nerves a little bit. We need what? Starmie's there. We need Simisear. I feel like I need this hunter. I don't need this hunter. Okay. Still Mudsdale. Okay. Lantern. I like how excited I was for this Gyarados, and I haven't really used it for anything yet. I'm sure it'll come up. I'm happy to have an Intimidate Mon. The Wally actually took me a little bit to make sure, because there was some has-bad oddsing around like the Gardevoir and the Skarmory that, again, paired with enough crits posed a problem. I'm not sure if I'm too conservative with like trying to just take an infinite number of crits with lines if possible. Maybe. It's probably part of the reason that it takes me a long time to come up with lines. Where's my Dugong? There's the Dugong. What do we not need? I don't need Swanna. But we try our best to insulate against all the crits while you start get revenge. Alright, so we have Starmie, Simisear, Mudsdale, Lantern, Dugong, and Orbeetle. Alright. And what needs to be what? We need a sassy Mudsdale, and I think Mudsdale's adamant, yeah. This is probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream for me. I can already feel my voice is starting to go a little bit from having spent 3 or 4 hours in a voice call already. Lantern is naughty, needs to be modest. We'll just manually reassign them all, and if we're duplicating some of it, it's fine. Lantern's modest. My encounters are so good. That's awesome. Okay, they have felt pretty good. I'm not sure if I'm getting like the best stuff everywhere, but it's feeling pretty solid. I was really happy with the way that you could sort of customize your own encounter routing. Actually, if you watched the VOD, you probably heard me gushing about it. But I really like the way you've set that up. That you can like, you can't pick your Quag, but you can get like 60 or 70 for whichever Wooper Evo you want. You get really good odds into Gyarados. The route on Route 117, I still, like, maybe I was wrong to want the Heracross, but that route was so stacked. That was really cool. Really liked it. It was very fun to try to like figure out what order to try to do the encounters, because I had the ability to control a lot of things about them, which was very cool. I know the spin to Spidops route is coming up, although Michael has insisted that Spinda is actually sick, so I guess it's just dodge the Spidops. Dugong is also sassy. Simisear's modest. Maybe the most nerve-wracking... Maybe nerve-wracking is the wrong word. The potentially most exciting thing today is if we get through... I guess actually we probably can't. Never mind. I actually don't think the coin toss at Mawile is going to be today, because we have too many bosses to go get the linking cable. So even if we have that 90% like soft guaranteed Geodude, got two other fights that I'm not at all prepped for before I can go get the dude, the homie. The Alolan? Is it Alolan Golem? Also, we're gonna try repping the new EI decks because it's really cool, and we gotta draw attention to it. It is Alolan Golem, yeah, because they don't get Magnet Pull till this, and you need the link cable to get to this, which means you gotta route through to Verdant Turf first. New Dex Puck. The new Dex is so sharp. Big fan. Very big fan. I'm a big sucker for dark mode stuff, and I mean it's gonna take a little bit of getting used to just because I've been doing the other one, but we're going to get used to it. Okay, so Sassy here, modest Lantern, modest Starmie, Sassy Dugong, modest Simisear, modest Orbita. Okay. So Mudsdale needs a Citrus, which it is not holding. Very big fan of the new decks. Looks incredibly clean. I super agree. It's really nicely laid out. The folks who have been working on this have been doing a great job. Lantern needs a magnet. I'm not entirely sure what that's from. I haven't read my line for Wally since Friday. I'm just kind of assuming that I knew what I was doing at the time. I felt pretty confident about it. I will go reread the notes before I actually do the fight. Starmie is on wide lens. I think it has the wide lens, because Hydro Pump misses if you're not holding a wide lens. Dugong needs a Chesto Berry. Simisear is looking for a Citrus. Let the record show I did nothing to help with the new decks, and I am incompetent at UI web dev work. Oh shit, let's go with this. It looks great. Whoever has been working on it has been doing a fantastic job. I don't have any negative feedback or like positive feedback. Oh, I guess I have tons of positive feedback. It looks great. I really like how clicky everything is. I think it's very easy to read. The font choices are all very soft. I don't have any useful constructive criticism really. I think it's awesome so far. I saw. So I think one of the folks who was working on it popped into the Nuzlocking channel a little earlier today, and I took a look at it and basically just went, "Holy shit, this is gorgeous!" And I didn't have anything else to say. Oh, it's already holding silver powder. That's nice. So citrus, sassy, modest magnet, modest wide lens, sassy chesto, modest citrus, modest silver powder. Alright, what moves do we need here? High horsepower, double kick, heavy slam, rock tomb. Great. Shockwave, thunderwave, it's fine. Starmie is probably just the same set it always has, yep. Dugong. Rest cut brine ice beam. Okay, sure. Let's see if you have Mystic Fire. I only have Mystic Fire written down, and this is also the same set this always has. Okay. Excuse me. Pop a save. Let me consult the line real quick here. Okay. Okay. Seems good. The save imported. There we go. Export at 34. Load. Clear sets. Import sets. We've got a slight modification to how I'm going to read these so that you guys don't have to lose the... I guess you're going to lose the game anyway because as soon as I click here, but oh well. Never mind. It was a good idea in theory. Dugong, Simicia, and Orbital. And the lead is what? Lead Starmie. Not into Wattson, into Wally. What is Wally's lead again? I didn't even write it down. It just says turn 1 Hydro Pump. He has a Cricketune, doesn't he? The only Cricketune in the game? Oh man. Dreadnought, thank you. That's a 2-shot, and I live any crit? Presumably? I guess not a crit crunch. Oh, because he rock tombs. Because I'm faster. Yeah, that's fine. We're not going to question past Pocky. I'm kind of tired today. Let's go. I'm not super nervous about this one. Which is doing shit you're not super nervous about while tired. Where are my notes? There we go. That's sometimes a little dangerous, but we're gonna hope it goes okay. This should be the nice little warm up before Wattson. So my line has me clicking Hydro Pump. Probably getting Rock Tombed because I'm faster. And he doesn't see one shot with regular crunch, only with crit crunch, which he won't see. So yeah, Rock Tomb. And the speed drops don't matter, we're still faster. This should bait in Cricketune. Which I think obliterates me. I guess it obliterates me better than other things do. Got that slightly better type matchup. We are going to hard switch into Simisear. Put that calc up and double check my past self. So we always one-shot with Mystical Fire, and we take, I believe, any crit, including the Bulldoze. Which I think he may even go for here because the Starmie's faster. I'm not sure. Probably he'll go for the one-shot, though, because Starmie's already been damaged. And we also still should outspeed at -1. Oh, I guess we don't outspeed at -1, so let's hope he doesn't crit a Bulldoze here. Past Pocky, I think, probably checked that this was going to be a Bug Bite. Awesome. He did. Past Pocky's, I have a disclaimer at the top of this that says, line is locked, which I assume means that I really knew what I was doing last Friday. Trust in the past, Pocky, present, Pocky. Whew. I spent a bunch of time today doing Wattson, so like I have much better answers for why I'm doing what I'm going to be doing. This one is very much like we're hoping Friday Pocky was on his A game. And here we can't stay in. Do we think the Guardy is going for anything in particular? It's probably sort of random move. So this is the second case in like 3 fights that we're just really happy Dugong learns cut. Because it's great into fairy types. And Dugong can even tank repeated crit magical leaves or repeated crit psychic noise without worrying too much. We do have to watch for psychic noise because it will prevent us from using rest. Shouldn't be using rest anyway. Dugong is that guy. I'm really finding he is. He's notice he's been renamed from Sfeel because I'm no longer disappointed he isn't his Sfeel. We're gonna click cut twice here because that lets us, like, even if we get crit twice, we're not gonna be in range that arrest is required or anything. Okay, heal block is gone. That's good to know. We'll see if he resets it. He does not. My notes say that I should only cut twice. I might break with the notes and go for a third if I can survive any hit. I'm at 65. I probably can. He only has the Skarmory left. Crit. So I imagine this only cutting twice and then hard switch was to be maximum safe in all lines, because I knew I wouldn't be doing this days later, but I'm at 55 and nothing does anything to me, so I think we're going to be pretty safe to just stay in and cut a third time. Dugong is so cool. This is literally the first time I have ever used it for a run of anything. I'm spoiled. The ice scales is mad cool. I really like that you get this versus this feels physical version. I think that is that's like another one of my favorite bits of encounter design in this hack so far. I'm really excited to see what other like little niche bits we get for the encounter design as we go on. Because I'm sure this isn't all of it. And this is like a pretty straightforward, even the toxic turns is going to be fine. I'm just going to click Shockwave twice. Had the Dugong gotten crit repeatedly, the plan would have been to hard switch into Dottler. I outspeed it and KO it with Bug Buzz after 2 cuts every time. I can tell you that because that's what my note says. Nice, easy Wally. Wake up a little bit. Get a little into the zone. Being a real trainer is about hopefully not ever getting crit and always planning your lines for hours in advance so that you make sure none of your dudes get remotely hurt, probably. He'll be back with a vengeance is my understanding. Good, thank you. I think he ends up with a crazy Darmanitan and Victory Road, right? That's what the people have been telling me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I'm supposed to get a Pikachu in Mauville, aren't I? And I went in all the houses and didn't get one, so I have to, like, last stream, I watched my stream back. And I checked, like, Rock Smash guy's house. Oh, sorry. Rock Smash dude's house. And also the coin case house. So it's got to be a Pokemon Center, right? And this is not, like, I don't need Mauville for eggs, if I remember right. Right? I get 3 eggs. I'm supposed to hatch them in Verdant Turf, Mount Chimney, and Fortree? Is that the list? Let me check my notes. My note says starter eggs in Mount Chimney, Fall Arbor, and Verdant Turf. But I thought there's a Riolu egg somewhere, isn't there? Route 111. Oh. I appreciate how 3 of the most broken ones in this area are all ape-related. So if I have a Riolu egg, I have to find somewhere to hatch this as well, right? My Route 111 encounter is going to be an attempt at an Alolan Geodude, so it'll be either that or Roggenrola. So you have to find somewhere to hatch Riolu also. 6 eggs total. We have already done Togepi. So there's Riolu, starter, 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 Eevee. Eevee is usually the Lava Ridge one, I see. Okay, so let's pull up a notepad. Egg hatching. We want to do Eevee in Lava Ridge. Just to pick places, let's make sure we get this all pinned down properly. Riolu in Mount Chimney, say. Fire Starter in Fall Arbor. Water Starter in Verdant Turf. And then Grass Starter in Fortree. Is this sort of like where you're supposed to go hatch all of them? Does this make sense? This is the list, right? I'm not fucking one of these up. Oldale, Fall Arbor, Verdant Turf, Mount Chimney, Lava Ridge, and Fortree. Okay, perfect. This is what works. Riolu and Verdant Turf. Oh, alright, I guess it'll turn into a Lucario Ridge immediately. So we'll do Riolu in Verdant Turf, because I'm gonna get that one well before the others anyway. What did this used to say? Lava Ridge, Fall Arbor, Fortree, Mount Chimney. Which is great, because then we'll have both Fire and Water Starter by the time we're doing Mount Chimney, and I imagine the Grass Starter is the most easily delayed because you got Fire Gym and Fire Double Battle beforehand. There's a secret 7th egg you should hatch. Is it this type null egg? This mon seemed bad, but I don't know what else your Lily Cove encounters are going to be. Is there grass in Lily Cove? Probably not. There's probably water. Aracuda Time Pull. Looking into it, and the first thing I'm doing tonight is going to completely fall to Mega Lucario. Crazy. Riolu and Verdant, I'd say Lucario puts in work in the snow route. Okay, cool. I'm not sure that I would want a type null over an Aracuda, like a Barraskewda or a Seismitoad, which are the most likely things I would go for here. Type null will be restricted? Oh shit! Never mind. We will not be hatching that egg. If we do by accident, we will be crying. Okay, so this means I can go get my electric Pikachu. And I have spent a little bit of time thinking about it. Actually, and by spending a little bit of time thinking about it, what I mean to say is I think I'm not getting it right now. For much of the same reason as I have been for the previous route. So if we can, is this limited to just the Pikachus that are in the decks? I think probably not. So the two that I was considering between are Rockstar Pikachu, which has got that steel typing, and Popstar Pikachu, which has got that fairy type typing. Popstar Pikachu. Yeah, there we go. I like the idea of the fairy one because it's another fairy immunity, and while, or not the fairy immunity, excuse me, another fairy type for dragon immunity, can bait poison shit in doubles. Fairy's just a great typing, and Pikachu's get Play Rough somewhere. Draining Kiss is, I guess, okay, but mostly they get Play Rough, so it'd actually have a decent stab move. Don't overthink this one, bro. I overthink all of these. Which static user? So the reason that I would wait is because if I do get the Magnet Pullmon, I should be able to get myself some Steel types over the course of the run. If I do not get the Magnet Pullmon, if I get Roggenrola instead, then I'm going to potentially be starved for Steel types, and I think just the extra Steel type is going to be better, and I'll go Rockstar. I do like the design of PhD Pikachu the best. He looks like Chobin from Pokemon XD, which I'm sure is the direct inspiration. Like, it's way too close, right? Like, this is Chobin. This is PhD Pikachu. It's the same picture. Rock'n'Roll picture. Oh, did Crunch get a Rock'n'Roll? Shit. So, this is my favorite design, but I think it's going to be Popstar if we don't get Roggenrola, and then this Rockstar if we do get the Roggenrola. So there was a little bit of thought put into that anyway. And I will save this egg hatching document, and I will reference it later. Cool that we get a Ryolu soon. Let's grab the Wattson team. We can close Wally. See, Watson's, like, even just from this size font, the Wattson doc has more shit in it than the Wally did, but the Wally one did by a lot. We're looking for Golisopod. We do want to keep the Orbeetle. We want Clodsire, the Chad. I love this guy's sprites so much. It's so excellent. And Togekiss instead of Starmie. Your box is so good for Wattson, you got this. You know what's funny? Is that there are going to be some lines that, like, Mudsdale makes an appearance to one-shot one Mon and no other, and Clodsire doesn't. There are also instances that Clodsire has to do the entirety of Vikavolt by itself, depending on switches a little bit. Both of them should work. Box felt pretty good for this one. It let me get flexible with trying to mitigate the Hasbat oddsing as much as possible. So, do you know what? Give me a second to get the team sorted, and then I'll kind of discuss a little bit of the thought process, because it'll come up right at the beginning of the fight. So this was Modest Twisted Spoon. Golisopod is Adamant Silver Powder. This is Rash, no item. Okay. Because it turns out, like, just first impression, the Luxray is a non-trivial task. Because Golisopod has no coverage moves that let it 1-1v1 into either Kilowattrel or Magneton, which means when you're in against the Luxray, it can switch out on you and go into either of those two with Hasbat odds. And if that happens, like, twice, so when you switch in your Golisopod, let's say you're taking, like, an Ice Fang or a Psychic Fang or a Bite or whatever, you take a hit from anything that's not Thunder Fang, and you take, like, a quarter, it's fine. And then it switches out. And you go into a Magneton, you gotta switch out, you gotta find another safe opportunity to bring Golisopod back in, that's probably fine. Then you send your Golisopod back in against the Luxray, it high rolls the second one, puts you below half, you get emergency exited back out. So now you have a Luxray in against something that is not Golisopod. You have to do another switching line, probably through Lantern, to try to get Golisopod in a third time. And it's like, there are cases that if you just lose a bunch of coin tosses, you're just not going to be able to kill the Luxray without sacking shit. And I wanted to try to avoid that. Trying to route lines around avoiding getting hosed off of the first impression switches is part of why this prep took so long. It's also part of why I was so happy to finally notice that the Dedenne has a... Why are there 5 Wattsons? Let's just take Wattson, regular Wattson. The Dedenne has Volt Switch. I have so much. I have like this dude right here, super effective. Since Citrus, he got this. It's maybe for better or for worse. I'm going through the game at a glacial pace, and that's okay. And part of those preps is because I'm nervous about everything. This one, Togi needs a sharp beak. Togi is so close to being able to 1v1 Vikavolt without even using Encore. It's like can we see Togi, Modest Togi with a sharp beak? You just can't switch, like, if you switch in on Energy Ball and take a Charge Beam crit, you just barely don't survive. And you need Modest and Sharp Beak to 2-shot with Air Slash. So we are going to be using Encore against the Vikavolt. That also forces the Vikavolt to have a 50% chance at the start of every turn that it is Encored to switch out. And the other half of the preps were trying to bake lines for, okay, let's say Vikavolt switches the first turn that it gets Encored, the second turn that gets Encored, or heaven forbid, like I've low rolled or whatever. If it switches into those different things, let's say Togi gets crit, and I'm at a really low health threshold, and he switches on the second one, what does he go into, and what is my plan going to be for that? So all of the permutations of what Vikavolt can go into was the other half of why this took so long. Togi, Modest, Sharp Beak. Great. Lantern is Modest with Citrus this time. So we're going to get what I am going to consider a switch roast because it is abusing the AI's switch mechanics to get what I want. It is not going to be nearly as flashy a switch roast as my previous switch roasts have been, though. What this switch roast is going to accomplish is just making the Galissapod line airtight. So maybe that's too minor to be considered a proper roast, but I'm considering it a roast because the only reason that you can do it is because you abuse the fact that how the AI switching logic works. Horse is sassy, citrus, high horsepower, rock tomb, heavy slam, double kick. Perfect. Oh shit, I think I might have forgotten to do the team scroll before Wally. So we're going to do the team scroll here, and then I'll do the box scroll, and we've seen everything that I've changed about the team since. We can retroactively determine that it was in fact legal. There's Togi again, and I'll just do the same in the PC. Because anything that I will have changed since Wally, then we'll be able to reconstruct. Or any future stream watchers. This is so sick. I'm hoping it's kind of sick. The thing is, there are sometimes, like, if Wattson just loses all of his has bad odds rolls, it's gonna look, like, super straightforward, right? Which is fine. It's okay if it looks straightforward. That means things are going well. And if he just loses all his has bad odds rolls, I didn't need to do this level of detail in the preps. But you never plan for the case that he just loses all the has bad odds rolls. We can't afford to be losing mons here. I'm trying not to lose any mons before the Dawn fight, at least, because that is where I've heard your run is legit. I want to make sure I can try to get there with all the tools. Modest Sharp Beak, Modest Citrus, Sassy Citrus, Relaxed Yachi. That seems wrong. He's Sassy Citrus. A lot of sassy citrus users. I do like all of my doubles off stream though. None of it is documented. I haven't done enough doubles to really know. I think that is the first big double is the Mount Chimney one, right? Like the one I did on Slate Part is obviously a little bit on the easy side. Particularly given my box. But the Chimney one is the one that's going to take me days, right? I end a stream, I'll prep next fight off stream, but then once I'm live, I'll prep the rest of the fights live. I usually try to do 2 ahead of time because of how long it takes me about an hour and a half. I usually watch some of my streams back to myself so I can see, like, first of all, is the game big enough? Do I sound okay? And also, what is it like to watch? And it looks like my preps take an hour to an hour and a half per fight usually, so I don't... The more that I prep ahead of time, the more fights I get to get through. Like, if I had done all of the preps for that Marvel Gauntlet on stream, it would have taken me like 2 days, probably 6 or 7 hours of streaming, as opposed to 2.5 hours of one stream. Was I doing sassy? So I try to do a mix of both, especially the easier fights I tend to prep on stream, or the fights that are like more mini boss than major boss. Sassy Citrus. Chimney is also pretty. You could have a Mawile for Dawn. Think of the Mawile pop off right away. That'd be really cool. Tori and Tia is kind of hard too. That's, I assume, in Flannery Split then. I haven't seen Tori and Tia at all. Not sure when I'm gonna do this, because all these moves are illegal anyway. Fantina... Oh, the Gengarite. That's pretty good. I guess we don't get Mega Ring till after Flannery, so there's not a huge rush. Already done this one. There's Dawn. Tori and Tia, this one. Oh, goodness. They got the fake out Floatzel. Okay. Interesting. It's not getting... Calc. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves again. Okay, so Sassy Citrus Claude. What have we got? 2 more mons. Galissapod, I believe, is... Oh, we already did him. He's Adamant Silver Powder. Modest. Okay. So then Galissapod needs some moves. Razor Shell. And Rock Tomb. Did I pass it? I certainly passed it. I'm already so worried for when the TM list is like 113 things long, and I just can't find anything ever. Fantina is worth it alone for Brick. Oh, Brick Break. I didn't even see that in the thing. Lefties make sense too. We're probably gonna wait on Fantina until we've tried our luck at Mawile, because I would like Sucker Punch for it. And also, I mean, obviously we can't, like, we could go do it now, I think, but we're gonna wait for Drapion post Wattson as well. So, what do we got? Hugs also needs a change, I think. Yeah, it's got Aura Sphere. So we're gonna put Extreme Speed over Aura Sphere on Hugs. Might look a little weird, just trust me on it. It's fine. It's strictly better. Like, the fact that this Magneton gets two-shot by it, it's a real fact, but it doesn't matter for us. We don't want to lose Wish or Encore. I need Air Slash, and Extreme Speed is far better for the backup plans. Hustle when... I can't hit 96% Hydro Pumps. So when I can hit 96% Hydro Pumps, maybe we'll try a Hustle. Wish, Encore, Extreme Speed, Air Slash. Shockwave, Thunderwave, Flip Turn, Scald. Shockwave, Thunder, Flip Turn, Scald. Perfect. We already checked. Mudsdale. Horsepower, Double Kick, Heavy Slam, Rock Tomb. Poison Jab, Yawn, Mudshot. This one needs Rock Tomb and Bulldoze. And this one's done. And this one's done. It's the same moves it always has. Okay, so we gotta put Bulldoze and Rock Tomb on Whoops, and then I think we're gonna be good to go. Don't need Mega Horn here. Hustle, Aerialate, Choice Band, stop playing. Holy, I'm gonna write that down. That'd be really cool to find a line for. Hustle... Aerial Ace Choice Band / E-Speed. The Hustle E-Speed is scary though, because you could just miss. Hustle Aerial Ace though, that's pretty spicy. It's right up there. Like, I'd like to use a gimmicky weakness policy mon at some point. I think that would be fun too. Bulldoze. It's like, haha, it's technically legal stat boosts. Bulldoze over Mudshot. I alt-tab to the TM document at this point. Oh yeah, Ira was saying he does that too. That's so much better of an idea. I gotta start getting used to that. I don't have enough TMs to really be worried about it yet, but I'm sure I'll get there. So let's double check the team and also open Puri map, because this gym has trainers in it. Where are we going? I'm gonna just do this. I don't think this is worth taking the stream time to be like... I'm just gonna go click a trainer and then pull them up in the calc. Indoor Mauville Gym. Okay, then it's got a pile of them. So you can quick reference that. And I guess we will team check right before we actually get to Wattson. God, this Togekiss sprite is just S tier. S+ tier. It's one of the best follower sprites. First homie is Youngster Ben. Youngster Ben. This guy. Awesome. Should maybe keep Air Slash on Togi while we go. And dodge trainers like a pro, I believe. Can you dodge the gym trainers? Whoa. Hang on. Do I have to do these two? I do have to do these two, I think. Pro gamers do just dodge trainers here. How do I dodge these two trainers? Oh, I just fucked up. I see how it is. I see how it is. I've taken the same path through this gym every time when I was a kid, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll be okay. This is a little sketchy. Let me just quickly pop a Starmie on the team. This is the guitarist. So Starmie with Hydro Pump, and then Starmie with... Can't get crit by anything. 2 shots of the roar beam. Okay. You don't have. You can single them. I did. Teleport out. You can teleport out of gyms? I did a double for efficiency on my way to get the good rod. So it's not unheard of for me to double for efficiency. You can escape rope in gyms? I'm sorry for not being a pro gamer. I didn't know about the Northwest Lightning Bolt. I didn't know you could escape rope in gyms. I'm learning a lot today, at least. All you had to do was top left, but you escape. Yeah. And we're not even rewarding the viewers with a double for efficiency. Although I did do one of those in the past. What is the other guy? Angelo. Do you know what? We'll do exactly some of everything. And I will escape rope out now that I know that I can do it indoors. You could do anything technically with Irovich. Okay. We're gonna escape rope and do this properly. You cannot escape rope in gyms! I knew it! You couldn't do this in-game, like, as a kid. So I was... Because I tried to do it out of the ice one. The ice puzzle one a few times as a kid, and it did not work. So I'm pleased to see it doesn't work here. You gotta download the iRiv patch? Oh. Were you just memeing on me the whole time? That's fair and warranted. I walked into these trainers like a dumbass. We deserve to be memed on a little bit. Oh, this guy has the mons that I have now learned are broken. Did they die to Mystical Fire and get outsped? Yes, and also yes. Perfect. Everyone is baiting you. You're correct that you're trapped. Man, I fell for... You guys have... I have such trust that I was just like, oh yeah, nice. I'm sure that this entirely vanilla mechanic has been overwritten and isn't a thing anymore. Teleport? I've never really used teleport in my time in games anywhere. So I'd even fully believe after being baited that that would work. I just don't have access to it. It's statistically improbable that he never missed a Nature's Madness. Future reference favor after line suggestions, ignore me, I'm actually terrible. Listen to Michael though, he's good. I appreciate the hive mind overall. It's all good. Alright, so let's get this back set up as the way it is supposed to be for the fight. I will scroll through them once for the legality check. We are leading with Bubbles. Oh, I think we may have forgotten something, which is good for the sanity check. We need to give Bubbles U-turn. I'll be honest, I just look for goofy shit and try to force it to work. That sounds deeply relatable. Pay no mind to the switch roast counter in the bottom right corner of your screen. Alright, scream at me if anything looks illegal to you, and I'm going to cross-reference it with my notes. So, Modest, Twisted Spoon, Orbital, Bug Buzz, Psyshock, U-turn, Light Screen. Lantern, Shockwave, T-Wave, Scald, and Flip Turn. Volt Absorb. Modest Citrus. Sassy Citrus Mudsdale with Striker, High Horsepower, Double Kick, Heavy Slam, and Rock Tomb. Clodsire with Poison Jab, Yawn, Bulldoze, Rock Tomb, and Water Absorb. Probably don't need Water Absorb. It's fine, I'm just going to leave it. Citrus and Sassy. Gallisopod, Adamant, Silver Powder, Emergency Exit, Rock Tomb, Sucker Punch, First Impression, and Razor Shell. And Togetic with Wish, Encore, E-Speed, Air Slash, Serene Grace, Modest, and Sharp Beak. If you win Deathless, I'm treating myself to Cinnabon tomorrow. No pressure. Holy shit, let's go get you some cinnamon buns. And also upload the new save. Have we finished saving yet? Seriously? Goodness. There we go. Load. Crap. There we go. I would love to get through this Deathless. I understand, though, that this is the point that, like, it becomes a little more reasonable that, ah, shit, this fight was hard, I'm going to take a death, and that's okay. But like I said, I would like to, now that I've gotten this far, I would like to get past Dawn without a death. But we shall see. This, let's say, I'd like my box, like, I feel like I just got a nice box injection. And I don't want to just immediately go back to having a smaller box and feeling more tightly constrained. I'd like to pad it a little bit before we start taking too many deaths. Obviously, you don't necessarily get to choose this kind of thing, but... Okay, we've done the save, we've done the scroll, we've got the team loaded. I think we're ready to go. There certainly are cases that something can go wrong here. I'm going to try to play this slow so I don't accidentally make any mistakes. Good luck. Thank you very much. Here we go. So, as you may expect, given that I stressed the importance of this volt switch here, turns 1 and 2 are going to be spent just setting up the AI to volt switch the way we want. The orbital lead here is very intentional. We're going to get outsped parabolic charge, so this guy does not get healed, which is great. Crit there is okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. Not getting one means that we're totally fine to set this up. It is important that Psyshock always does over half, which is why we have a Twisted Spoon. That check is one of the things that's necessary to have him not hard switch, but still be able to U-turn. Or sorry, to volt switch. And what we're trying to have happen here is, remember how I said the key to the fight, as I think is the case with most teams with access to Galisopod, is that you want to first impression the Luxray. You do not want the Luxray to switch out on your first impression into either Magneton, because it sees that it can 1v1 you, and to Kilowattrel because it also sees that it can 1v1 you, because it sees that it outspeeds. So, what we're trying to do here is pull in Kilowattrel and kill it before we get to Luxray. We're also going to try to get Magneton in and kill it before we get to Luxray, but we'll see how it goes. Put E-Terrain in Calc, that did a lot of damage. You know what? Maybe. Matt just fell. Thank you, Matt! I'm looking forward to going and watching back how you exactly managed to pull off all these Lopunny kills in your E4, because I think I missed it. But anyway, this is going to be the Switch Roast. It's a Switch Roast for safety rather than for style points, though, so I'm not sure it counts. But we are very confident he's going to Volt Switch into a Kilowattrel here. And we are going to take advantage by U-turning into a Lantern. And it may not necessarily look like it at first glance, but this Lantern actually has Shadow Tag. Because nothing can switch in on it and beat it. So Magneton loses because it has to eat a Scald on the switch. Same here, loses because it has to eat a Scald on the switch, then gets outsped. So it sees that it gets hits me, gets hit, and dies. Same with Luxray. Which means it has no good switch-ins, which means the Kilo can't leave. And it's stuck here, dealing this much damage to us. That's the Switch Roast. +1 for Pocky. Heck yeah! If we win, we'll give it the +1. We needed to pseudo-trap Kilowattrel. And the other half of the plan that's kind of convenient is we're hoping to sit here long enough that electric terrain may even fade, depending on how this goes. The plan is literally to sit here and mash Scald until this dies. This can go badly if we get flinched a shitload or crit a bunch. There's one. We'll see how badly this goes. But Lantern isn't going to attempt to just sit here and spam Scald until we win. Attempt to. we're usually okay as soon as he's in roost range. If there's anything I learned about the AI spamming heals when I was going through the gauntlet with Dugong and Cryogonal, it's that as long as he's below half here and sees that this is a reasonable move to do, we're likely going to just have to sit here and stall him out of roosts, which has the added benefit of burning a shitload of turns of electric terrain. So every turn this Kilowattrel sits here and spams Roost, which should be 5 turns because he'll have 5 PP, plus the 3 Air Slash. By the time we kill him, we probably don't have to deal with electric terrain anymore. This is the other half of why it was much better to try to bait Kilowattrel with the switch trap than it was Magneton. Because the way that Lantern has to kill the Kilowattrel is so slow, it just expires the electric terrain for you. And then the rest of your mons don't have to deal with it for the rest of the fight. Would love him to die here. Ah, he might be a little high still. Yeah, dang. This may make a pivot a little bit later awkward, depending on how Vikavolt switches. Sometimes you have to pivot through Lantern to get Golisopod in safely, because Lantern can, in theory, eat either Thunderfang or Icefang. And if Togekiss is low enough, I don't think the AI will prefer Thunderfang or Icefang to one another. So if it just picks one at random, Lantern can eat both if they're non-crits, and then it'll guarantee that you're not getting Thunderfang on Golisopod, whereas if it's random move on Togekiss between Thunder and Icefang, half the time your Golisopod is going to get forced out, and the line's not going to work to that either. We did expect this to pull out the Vikavolt. This is totally fine. So we're going to go hard Togekiss, and we're going to see whether the AI would like to play version 1 of this fight, where the Vikavolt stays in the whole time and dies. Version 2 of this fight, where he stays in and eats 1 Air Slash and switches out. Or version 3 of this fight, where literally as soon as I click Air Slash, he's going to hard switch out. In any case that he switches out before he dies, he probably goes Magneton. By probably, I mean almost, like, unless Togekiss gets high crit rolled here, he would go Magneton. Last chance to switch out. He doesn't switch out! So each of those turns is a 50-50 roll. So it kind of open for interpretation as to whether or not we got lucky there, because now we're in the permutation that Magneton is still alive with this Luxray out, which means that he can go Magneton on Golisopod still. Ideally, he would have switched out in one of those two to Magneton now so he could kill it. That is, alas, not the case. So we're going to have to hope that the switching continues to hold at least a little bit. 59... Oh, not this mon. 55%. So he does not see Ice Fang kill. He sees just Thunder Fang kill, which is excellent. That means we can pivot through Lantern now. And it also means that because he can only pivot into Magneton if he does choose to do so, and I have to get Golisopod in one more time later, Lantern will be healthy enough to take any crit. This is probably Psychic Fangs, if I remember my rolls correctly. Could be Bite. I'm not sure which of these two effects he prefers. Shouldn't matter, we're going into Golisopod either way. And again, he cannot go into Kilowattrel here. He chooses not to go into Magneton. Nice. It could be that he preferred Bite. It could be that he preferred both the same and he just randomly picked one. It didn't matter for the sake of the line, so I didn't really spend the time going into detail. And especially with Vikavolt giving us the free kill, the fight should be pretty much over now. The Lantern trapping the Kilowattrel cleaned up a lot of stuff and let me like try to build the entire team around this one little set of Vikavolt switch out permutations and have lines for all 3 of them, never having to worry about that mon coming back in, which was great. Can we stay in here and take any crit, or do I have to go Clodsire? Clodsire's job is meant to be to 1v1 this thing from full if it needs to, but I won't risk anything farther if I don't have to. We take, at worst, 45.9 from a crit. We are well above that, so we'll just high horsepower. So Clodsire's job ranged from nothing, as you're seeing here, to entirely soloing the Vikavolt after, and then also getting the last hit in on the Dedenne, depending on how the switching went. All of them should have worked okay, as long as it didn't get crit by the HP ice. 2 for the go. Yeah, that we got the easiest permutation there, where the Vikavolt just stayed in. So that's gonna look pretty clean. I think it would have been reasonably good most of the time, but yeah, very happy about that. Volt Switch is awesome. I haven't seen something as free since Basics Television. Switch roasts go up. You are right. We switch roasted back up to 4 after the slow. I extended the lead to 1. We immediately got a bug, I think. So give the eye back up a point, and now we've once again extended the lead to 2. So he gave me the Ampharosite. It was Ampharosite and Volt Switch, right? Let's go check the... And we are now through Wattson Split, kind of. We haven't done the 117 trainers. We haven't finished Beach House. Oh, he doesn't have his rewards listed here. Okay. I'm pretty sure it was just the Mega Ring. Not the Mega Ring. The Mega Stone and Volt Switch, but I will double check. Really excited to have Volt Switch and U-turn and Flip Turn already now, which is awesome. Yeah. That means new follower sprites. Heck yeah, it does. So I was excited enough last stream. These mods, I guess I must have moved Haunter back up here for some reason. We get to evolve all 5 of these mons now, and this is part of why. So I didn't do 117's mini bosses to the west because I didn't have anything that I could evolve early anyway, because of the blockade preventing me from getting link cable to Gengar. I didn't do Beach House because I don't think I wrote down the lines that I was planning at the time. Where is he? This guy here, there were cases, so the obvious choice for this fast dark type is to first impression immediately. And Golisopod didn't have the ability to prevent it from Hasbat oddsing into both of these. And depending on how those fight lines went, it looked to me like Golisopod would struggle to get back in and deal with this, and I didn't have any other fantastic answers. So the plan was, I get Triage Meganium. That can come in on this thing a lot. With Draining Kiss, we can also get Drapion, same idea. Also on the edge of my seat for Mawile. We can't try Mawile until we do the 117s, so we might look into doing the 117s after I do these evolutions. I'm also tempted to do Beach House to go get Ceruledge, which might make the 117s easier, but I'll be honest, I can't even remember how you get Ceruledge. Like, I know you can get the Charcadet, but I don't remember how it evolves. It needs an item or some shit, right? Oh, it's just the Moonstone. That's not too bad. Mion, well, thank you for the follow. I don't recognize your name if you're from the Discord, but nice to see you. So if this is just a Moonstone, I already have Moonstone, so you could just evolve this immediately, and it keeps the moveset, right? You don't have to wait for anything. It's what? Wait, is this a 1 or a 7? It's a 1. It's crazy to me that this Stone Evo of all the Stone Evos seems to keep a moveset while being that good. Charcadet. I don't think there's any reason to keep the Charcadet. Yeah, cool. If you don't read Ire of Death, I swear, you can skip 117 mini bosses now if you fly to Rustboro and go through Whismer Cave. Oh boy. Meowdy, I hope that Meowdy. Oh man, you're a 14 player. I assume you're a 14 player. This is what the Nickos in 14 like to say. I hope the Nuzlocke is going well. I post occasionally in Discord. Been loving Emerald Imperium and working through all 18 monotypes. Oh, you're a monotype player. That's super cool. I did just a casual run, then I've been doing this. So monotype run might be on the to-do list. Muffins has been talking about his New Game Plus runs, and those also sound fun. And eventually, I do have to go fix some bugs. So we'll see. We'll see how many runs we get to and when. But that's great. You got a Dex now? You do have a Dex now, and it's gorgeous. I'm gonna evolve my Mons, and then I guess we will straight up to go try for the Mawile encounter. If I can skip those mini bosses. Are these mini bosses I can skip forever then? Like I just don't need to go through them to get hidden power, and I can just skip the trainers? That feels like I'm not. Like that feels like I'm missing intended content for the Nuzlocke, and I don't want to do that. God, I had a ton of fun playing this game. Me too, dude. I'm currently having a ton of fun playing this game. Although, certainly the novelty of Nuzlocking and having a bunch of people to hang out with while I play it has been wildly more fun than I expected. I played FFX of you a while ago. I like cat puns. That's totally fair. Cat puns are one of the higher forms of punnery, I would say. Night Slash. We're getting dark moves right off. I read in the Discord recently that, unfortunately, Drapion never gets Sucker Punch, which is kind of tough. That's a really good dark type move. I'm hoping just the sniper business can that we kind of got sidetracked into that Floatzel tangent the other day can be good enough, but. I like to watch Nuzlocks of this and Rad and have seen enough to know I don't want to Nuzlocke the game. That is completely fair. I have a somewhat of an advantage, you might say, in that I have done an enormous amount of the AI programming for Emerald Expansion, which this hack is based on, and I can read the code. So despite the fact that I haven't Nuzlocked anything before, I can read the AI really well, which shortcuts a lot of the learning curve. So I am lucky in that I can actually just try to jump into a Nuzlocke of this game and, like, stand a chance. Well, you're literally the AI knowledge, yeah. It has been very helpful. That's why there is a Switch Roast score in the bottom right corner. I've done some of the Move AI, but mostly I am known for doing Switch AI programming. And all of the switching decisions that the AI makes in this game, except for doubles, I haven't done anything with the doubles switching AI, it's still very default. But everything else I have had a hand in the switching decisions for. Just so many questions. I'm glad it worked! I'm not convinced that I can take down that Megalop on a kill total, but I'm certainly gonna try if we pull the Mega Mawile. The question is, what do we pull? What do we do if we don't pull the Mega Mawile? Do we just try to build the whole team around green backgrounds are unique mon? Okay. Do we just build the entire team around whatever the granted encounter is? That might be kind of funny. I haven't seen what the other options are even. Might be kind of tough with the Natu. Might be pretty tough with the Cricketune. Man, can you imagine losing Mawile roll, saying I'm gonna build a team out whatever we get on B2, and it's just a fucking Cricketune? Probably can't commit to that. You re-encounter and we all lie and say you got the Mawile. You just like delete that section of the VOD. I just immediately go continue making polls until we get one. For context, Matt and Meow and I, because I don't think either of you guys have been in around before. Mega Mawile is my favorite Pokemon, and I would like to take it to the champion because nobody else has, and I think it's got what it takes. Oh fuck! I forgot we got Corviknight altogether. I was just spamming rare candies. It's obviously non-mandatory. I'm having a blast. I'm going to continue to have a blast, but it would be nice. It would be nice if we could take Mawile to the champ. Now, especially now that the run has gotten far enough that I can magnet pull for it, and like I actually could get a Mawile, and I'm past Wattson, so that the run might actually get through the game. I'd like to champ Mawile. Steel Wing. We can't use Hone Claws. It's an illegal move. may take it to Mono Fairy. Want to use Tinkaton and Mono Steel. All right, and there's probably no overlaps when you do monos like that, right? It was a complete house in the casual run. Obviously, you really need the Megastone for it. And you also generally need you need access to both Play Rough and Iron Head. It'll get Iron Head for you. Play Rough took a little bit longer to get than I would have liked ideally, but that's okay. And if you're also a Mega Mawile enjoyer, you can join me in complaining that it learns Double Iron Bash at level 100, and thus can never actually use it in the game. Which is just the saddest thing, perhaps, ever. Oh, light screen. So we get light screen and reflect on 2 mods now. That's cool. I did not give a fuck about Lopunny. Now she's the goat. Oh, man. It's funny that you went from I don't care at all to you're literally killing, like, half of the Elite Four, maybe 2/3. That's really funny. Some dupes with Mono Iso Mono Fire. Makes sense. I bet you Brawly is probably really nasty on Mono Iso. That's some kind of dupes or weirdness. $18 kills, yeah. 3 full trainers, I'm not sure that I can beat that. I bet you I can find a line to do Sydney. The Sydney, especially if it's Sydney without Victini, I think Mawile has the potential to get 6 with support. Probably can get like at least 2/3 of fast Phoebe's team, because Sucker Punch is so good there. I'm not sure about slow Phoebe's team. I think it has a really hard time into Glacia. I think it's pretty good into Elite Four number 4, which we're not going to spoil. And I think it's not great into the champion, because everything is just a steel type that also resists fire. I got some lofty ambitions for that fight though, so we'll see. In fact, she almost one-hit KOs Palkia is bizarre. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Oh look, we can learn light screen again. Let's not do that. I reset till Fire Phoebe? Yeah, that makes sense. I did a lot of resetting in I didn't reset it for Phoebe at all in my casual run, but Glacia took me like 15 tries. Dev gives out Melmetal with double bash for free, but not Mawile. Exactly! I'm glad you understand the severity of the issue. I do not think my my mythic is going to be Melmetal. Although if I don't get Mawile, like maybe I do likes me a big chunky steel type. I obviously haven't done all my Elite Four planning yet, because, you know, I just beat Wattson. But I have a pretty strong idea of what mythic I would like if I get the Mawile. And, you know, I survive until that long. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I don't really want to start looking at the E4 too much till I'm, like, closer to Lily Cove. Ah, this is really nice. Let's take a quick look-see at the relearn moves for these. Gets all the fangs, you already have access to all the fangs, and nothing else new. Slowbro. Also nothing else new, that's fine. We're just happy to have a Slowbro. Does Corv get anything good? Not really. That's fine, these guys are all pretty heavy TM users. Petal Dance, I think, is probably too scary in a Nuzlocke. Petal Blizzard is maybe okay. I think I get a Giga Drain TM in not that long. Where do I get Giga Drain? I feel like it wasn't okay. It's the game. Oh right, we can go get our Game Corner TMs. That's exciting. Giga Drain, Draining Kiss are on my Meganium right through the Elite Four of that run. Huh! Right. Followers. This guy looks really cool. This looks exactly like what you'd want a Drapion to look like, I think. My goat Registeel. I admire the Registeel run so much. It's such a cool idea. I really like when there are mons that people get attached to that they can actually try to take through the champ like that. This Drapion looks pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I think I might have used a Slowbro in my Heart Gold Soul Silver one. Yeah, this guy's really cute, though. He hits that perfect, like, derpy cute. And Meganium, I've seen lots of... I actually have not done a Heart Gold run with Meganium, I don't think. Or at least not that I've finished. But I did do my casual run with it, so I've seen a lot of this sprite. It's excellent. I think they did the proportions really well. I like how big the antennas are. I think the flowers coloring is really excellent. Corv, though. Oh, he does look kind of menacing, doesn't he? He almost looks like he's looking back. Like if the red is like the pupil, like he's side-eyeing you from the sort of behind. Oh man, that flying sprite is really cool. He looks all pointy and shit. Like you'd expect from a kind of steel, like almost dragoon-looking guy. That's cool. Very cool. Wait, he's so small? Yeah, he is a little bit. He is a little bit small. I don't know how big a Corviknight is actually supposed to be, but Fire Glacier off Eevee. Yeah. Brad, I'm not fond of the puzzles to various regions. I would know if I realize the puzzles were harder for me than the actual fight. That's funny. I love the puzzles, but I have played this game like 100 times. Maybe not strictly 100. I've played a lot of runs of Hoenn, so I find them just nostalgic. Although, as you can see, if you tuned in just before Wattson, I clearly do not know the shortcut solutions to them. I literally used to, especially when I was sick, if I'm like stuck at home in bed, I would fly to the Winona gym and just solve it in loops. I found the sound effect that the little flippers made really satisfying for whatever reason. It made me feel kind of smart when I was feeling like shit. So, Winona's gym is the best, and then when I was done with Winona's gym, this makes me sound like such a nerd, I would do Winona's gym, and then I would fly to Juan's, or Wallace's if my clear save at the time was Sapphire, and I would do the ice puzzles. And then I would leave and I would go back and I would do the Winona puzzle, and then I would go back and I would do the ice puzzles. And it was just like a pleasant vibe. Winona and Juan gym puzzles are extremely satisfying. They are addictively satisfying. So good. Finish Rad Red. Wow, you did all 8 monotypes and a hardcore run in Rad Red. That's crazy. This is a hardcore run here, as I think almost everybody in chat is doing or has done one. We've been like looping into a bit of a streaming community for it, which has been really exciting. Because as soon as like any evening, somebody's doing something cool, which is very fun. It's fun to see the different approaches, too. Some people take it... Oh, we do not have Dawn yet, so we don't have No Guard, so this move isn't capable of hitting. But that's great to know for later. It's cool to see the different approaches. Like, some folks like to just do lots of blitz runs with kind of minimal calcs, minimal preps, to, like, learn how the AI behaves, learn where the encounters are, how different fight kind of lines look, and build it up slowly. And then others like to try to do it in very few attempts, and so each individual attempt has a lot of time sunk into it. Instead, where a reset would really suck. This is how I'm playing, because I am a cautious player. I don't really want to have to reset and go do a bunch of everything, and I don't have to learn how the AI works for the most part. Although I kind of will for doubles. That's just better, nice. Pocky, do you not want to use the Nurse Joy? Oh, I'm so bad at the game. But it's not going to give me the move level learning pop-ups. And then I'm going to have to just go check the relearner to have any idea what my mons might be able to know. So that might be faster. It's probably way better for stream. But I won't know what moves they have access to that, right? Maybe it is enough better for stream. I'm gonna end up having to do that anyways when I get enough mons. Maybe that's better enough for stream. I should do it anyway. Here for the vibes and chatting while leveling up. Excellent. Like I said in the very early streams for this, We're glacial pacing it. We are going to be Glacia. The pace of this Nuzlocke is going to be where Glacia gets her name from. We're here for vibes and also talking to NPCs and finding capitalization issues. And also occasionally Nuzlocke. We will go do Mawile though. Or I guess, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We will go and dodge the Roggenrola. That's step 1. Yeah, if I find... I think I did that level up thing, now that you've reminded me about it, like once or twice in the casual run. But with this many mons to try to keep track of, I feel like I'm gonna just straight up forget that I have access to things. Oh my god, Slam and Slash. Mon has a late effective level up learn set. Goodness. What's left to do? Just watching while planning for Lucid Steven. Ooh, very exciting. I do not know very much about that hack at all, other than the guy who makes it is awesome and is single-handedly carries the entire battle engine's continued existence. For any ROM hack that is based on Emerald expansion, the guy who made Lucid is directly responsible for its battle engine actually working properly. Pocky coming from raging at his 3 Donphans. Donphan's a cool mon. Ah, damn it, we were inefficient. Oh well. Let's put on a dark mode background. That's probably easier. Ah, that's so much easier on the eyes. Just watching a cooking up diabolical content for 1.3. Oh man. I might finish this run by the time 1.4 comes out. Come up with our own regionals. Oh man, that's exciting. Psychic. Okay, that's probably better than Psyshock most of the time, but that's good. It's good to know we have access to both. I would love to see what regionals you can come up with. Great Tusk regional win. Calm Mind, unfortunately banned. Bubbles learns like 6 legal moves, and all of them are exactly what it needs. Like double screens, really good bug stab early, really good psychic stab early, doesn't need anything else. This is a huge upgrade from Shockwave. The regional Great Tusk. I think Great Tusk is probably my favorite Paradox design. It really looks like it could just be a Donphan evolution. Agility, Guts, Choice Band, and Choice Scarf effects all packed into one. Seems balanced. Man, last stream when we were doing the math on Urshifu and you guys were explaining to me that he can ignore Protect and all this crap on top of it, was like... Oh, we have a Countermon! That's cool. Maybe think like can't come up with anything more broken that looks more like a fan game idea than what Game Freak did with Urshifu, I think. He's so cool. He really it's just such an excellent design. It looks so natural for the evolution line. Toxic. Is he allowed to use Toxic? Probably not, but we're gonna check. Legion Toxic allowed on the following Pokemon. Claude? Yeah, no Clodsire, no Toxic. Unfortunate. Dredigon is allowed to use Toxic. But not our boy Clodsire. Unfortunate. Does he pick up Earthquake in here? I think he picked up Earthquake at 43 or 44 if I remember from doing the comparison, because I thought he had it for Flannery. Hey, there it is! Excellent news. Back to dark mode. Oh, so much nicer. Okay, and we have 2 Mons left. Starmie won't get anything. Galissapod, I looked at Galissapod's learn set, and that shit is whack. Here's a fun question. I mean, we'll find out the answer to this shortly. Is it going to take me like 40 minutes of smashing rocks before I actually hit a rock smash mon? Or is it guaranteed as soon as I smash the first rock? Because from what I remember playing vanilla as a kid looking for a nose pass, you just had to smash rock after rock after rock after rock. It very well could take me 40 minutes. Awesome. All right, that's the kind of chill content we're really here for. It builds tension. It's 100% if you ask nicely. We have to save all of our luck for the Mawile, alright? You remember that time that we didn't hit Hydro Pump with 96% into Brawly? That right there was us losing the 90% roll. And we haven't taken a natural Hydro Pump since then. Because if any of those Hydro Pumps hit, and I didn't get the Geodude here, I would have been upset. So this is only going to be the second time I'm asking the game for a 90% encounter and a 90% chance thing to succeed. And the last one failed. So statistically, it always happens. That's how statistics work as far as I understand it. Did Mons not heal in the PC? Because I could swear I pulled the Starmie out of this PC damaged. I must be nuts. That's everything leveled. Statistically, you either hit the Alolan Geodude or you don't. Exactly. 100%, like 90% of the time you hit it every time. Okay, so the trainers there are avoidable. We might end up fighting them if I have to do a bunch of runbacks to keep smashing rocks. Actually, this is probably avoidable here too, right? Yeah, okay. And I just to super confirm, I can smash these two rocks and not pull Dawn, right? She's past the rocks. Dawn is just past. Okay, will not take any steps past the rocks. She's a rock smash encounter, can you imagine? The 1% encounter, it's just the rival fight. Oh, hang on, we're being stupid. We have our repel. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was fast. Okay. Okay, 90% of the time, you get it every time. We got the pull. We hit the 90%. So now we get to flip our coin. What do we call this guy? Lemons? Let's just go with lemon. Actually, I think I do like the plural better here. The real question is, what do we nickname the Mawile if we get it? I didn't want to think about it ahead of time too much. Do we even look at this Dugong sprite? He looks so happy. That's awesome. I love how he blubs, like, up and down, kind of the same way that Walrein does. The brows! Such a goofy fella. His sprites are just outstanding. Okay, so we do not need to do the mini-bosses. We can go to Rustboro and go east through the tunnel. Let's turn our repel back on before we forget. Put some aggressive mon up front in case I run into anybody. What are you here for? Package arrived. Oh, Raincloud, I would shower you with gratitude and hail you as a hero. It gives me a repeat ball. That's a little rough in a game that you can't catch more than one of the same mon because of Dupes Clause. But I'll appreciate the sentiment. Oh, there's a TM in here too. That's cool. Get strength. And also, with these optionals that I'm skipping, where is the Hall of Fame sheet? This one. There is this optional... Oh, it's Sinnoh leaders defeated. It's not optional fights. So I can just skip these optional fights forever, as long as I go do the Sinnoh leaders for the sake of the sheet. Okay. Alluring voice. Confuse it. Oh, wow. That's a strong move. A lot of things. A dugong. That's cool. Big fairy stab on the dugong. Flygon. That's unexpected. Is Gardevoir? Not Gardevoir. Meganium is on this list? Probably not, right? Meganium has a tough time because doesn't get Moonblast like ever, but Dazzling Gleam should be good enough from the game corner. Oh, we got a trainer here. That guy has a Graveler? Are these real trainers? Hang on a minute. Let's check to be safe. This is a cave. Indoor dungeons. Rusturf Tunnel. This guy's name is Mike. Probably Hiker Mike. Level 28. Okay, we should be fine. Hopefully. Is there still an NPC through the other doorway that'll give me the black glasses? This trainer is Dawn in disguise. Oh, man. Lapras can learn it. That's cool. I don't even remember what Misty Terrain does. I'm assuming I can still just kill this with Psybeam. X Scissor to kill. Bug Bite to... Man, Starmie was not the lead for this, was it? No status, dragon damage reduced. Cool. It is the Escavalier. Okay, so we can conveniently go to our fire type and we should be okay. Bug Buzz over Bug Bite. That's unexpected. Oh, I guess these trainers probably don't have as much of the smart AI stuff. Whatever. Take the sweater off. Ugh. Rock Blast. Ooh, okay, so we do have to get out of here. What do I have that's good into this mon? So it doesn't just die to Rock Blast. Oh no. Lantern probably doesn't die to Rock Blasts. Okay. What type even is this thing? Just Mono Rock. Mono Rock Crab. Interesting. So while I'm here, I should probably go to the west. I think there were black glasses. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm seeing, yeah. Is this just closed off forever? A cave in here. The Graveler sprite is excellent. He's so round. Cave, does that get cleared later and there's like a legendary behind there or something? It's kind of neat. So the Oricorio house, this is I think where I wiped the most in my casual run, was the Oricorio trainer. She's not even, I don't actually need to do that trainer, right? She's not considered a Sinnoh leader? No. We're probably not doing that fight. Cleared after 7 gym for Tapu Bulu. Okay. Draining Kiss TM is in the battle tent. Okay, nice. We need a linking cord. And we need a second linking cord. Toaster, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I'm sure all you guys are also familiar with how Twitch yells at you as soon as you start getting any kind of viewership at all that you need to hit 50 followers. So reducing the amount that Twitch yells at me is always nice. I try to do the same to you guys so you get fewer pop-ups from Twitch being like, you should try to stream for like, if you stream Friday morning at 10:30, you'll be more popular in the whatever channel. I'm like, buddy, I'm here to play Pokemon with like 10 friends. What do you take me for? Gentle nature. Oh my goodness. Iriv, what is this scandalous dialogue? But not in a weird way. Of course not. Of course not. My fault for going there. That's vanilla? That's so much funnier. That last one is me. That's great. Really great. Okay, let's go grab the Mons of the Hour. We got this Haunter. And our Geodude. We have 3 different sprites to check out for Geodude. Not the candy. First, we check the Geodude. So he looks like a regular Geodude, but blue. Oh, he's got the spiky hair. They did a good job with that. He does still look distinct. This is one of my favorite of the Alolan Mons. I love, like, it gets Head Smash and Wild Charge and Rock Head and a huge attack stat, and it just speaks to me, you know? Really cool, Mon. It's like Aggron if Aggron didn't suck quite as much. And Galvanize, yeah, exactly. Like, Double Edge Galvanize is like, ugh. I love this one so much. Such a sweet design. Galvanize return. Oh, true. Didn't even think of that. Because I'm of the Rockhead Double Edge, Galvanize Double Edge mind. But certainly, if you're wanting to be able to run Magnet Pull, I guess never mind. This is why I'm thinking Wild Charge, because I like Rockhead. I like Rockhead's Head Smash is just addictive, I find. But yeah, you know what though? He did his job for the team on that fight. It was sad to watch. He did his job really effectively, and he got you out of it with barely a scratch after getting you like Gambit and all these kinds of things. So it was unfortunate though, yeah. Refrigerate fake out. Yeah, I can imagine. I think we may end up with a Snorunt. I think Snorunt is one of the routes coming up, if I'm not mistaken. A Graveler with spots. What does a Alolan Graveler look like? He does look like a Graveler with spots and the same spikes. I do really like the Graveler sprite. They did the whole like ball of rock really well. And if I'm not mistaken, not this golem, the learn sets between the trait evolution mons should be pretty much the same, right? Oh shit, I got the picture. Like, open image. There's no link. Oh right, I guess they're just using the same UI. So this should be the same. So we see Stealth Rock, Rock Blast, Discharge Explosion, Double Stone Edge. And we go back and get Heavy Slam. We get Steamroller, which is different. Discharge Explosion, Double Stone Edge, Headshot. Okay. Oh, Full Tackle! Oh my god! Oh! That's so cool. Head Smash Volt Tackle? Yes, please. Sign me up for that shit. And we'll double check the Gengar as well, though. I don't even think the Gengar had different learn set for it in vanilla. Such a sweet design. I have seen the chonkiness here on Michael's stream, because I think it was a lead for that one fight, or I was watching him magnet pull something, but this is also just fabulous. He looks like a cannon or like an artillery unit from Advance Wars. Stash reminds me of Wario. Yeah, I could see that. I think he's excellent. I love the visual design of this one. I also love how he looks in the party. He just looks like he's gonna be a badass death ball who dies to like a water gun or something, or I guess an absorb in his case. Now, let's just quickly check Haunter versus Gengar. Should be the same, but I would rather not accidentally hose myself. I think this level up learn set in general is pretty bad, though. Yeah, we're not using any of these moves. Oh, and this just picks up Shadow Punch, which you're also not using. So it's gonna be Shadow Ball plus TMs. Shadow Ball, Sludge, and TMs. Doesn't even get, wait, Sludge's not in here? What? Sludge is not in here. Is Sludge Ghastly exclusive? Sludge is Ghastly exclusive. That is very weird. Yeah, look at that. Jumps right from Nightshade to Confuse Ray. Weird. Alright, that's fine. Don't get rid of Sludge, note to self. Until we get like Sludge Bomb or Sludge Wave. Where do we get Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave? Sludge. Lava Ridge Town for Sludge Bomb. Mount Pyre for Sludge Wave. Okay, so we're gonna get Sludge Bomb not that long. We won't be stuck with Sludge for too much longer. That's good to know. We're also right now going to change his ability to Magnet Pull before I go into Granite Cave with a non-Magnet Pull mon. Ability became Magnet Pull, okay. We're not self-destructing. That move is banned. Cracks 100 health by level 30, that's cool. This guy's gonna be tanky. Rock Blast. That should be better than Smackdown. Rock Polish might be illegal, so we'll just get rid of Rock Polish. I'm probably gonna TM this Bulldoze now so I don't forget to do it later, and probably also Volt Switch. Galvanized Explosion probably does funny things to bad odds. You're so right. Discharge. What are these physical attacking moves? Or special attacking moves. This is still a physical attacker, right? I'm not crazy. I'm almost certain it is, because that's why I like that. Yeah, okay, good. Excellent. It is smart enough to not treat explosion. So, like, the switch in AI is smart enough to not consider explosion to be one of its damaging moves when it's looking at whether or not it can one-shot you and stuff. I do not think it is smart enough to not consider yours. It just assumes you'd be willing to, because it's not necessarily built for Nuzlocking, it's built for engaging casual play. Evolve to Gengar. I honestly kind of expected the Ghastly line to be a little stronger in the early game than it was. It very much was like, can I abuse the fact that it's got 2 immunities? 3 immunities? Or can I use exactly Sludge or Sludge Bomb or Shadow Ball? And like, that's fine. But it didn't really come up very often. And its moveset hasn't changed in a long time. Dark Pulse. Is there ever a world that I want Dark Pulse and Shadow Ball? I guess I probably don't want Confuse Ray, maybe. We'll just give it both on the off chance there's ever a mon that resists one but not the other or whatever. But I'm pretty sure Dark and Ghost have the exact same type chart. Man, he's got all the teeths. Flinch hacks from Dark Pulse. Ah, yeah, there we go. Ah, man, Gengar's sprite is so good. Gengar looks cool everywhere all the time. He's just always a neat-looking guy. I am excited about the Mega. I think he'll be better once we get Sludge Bomb. So he can have, like, pretty legit stab. So, I know there's a gym leader here, which is optional. And isn't Hidden Power down here? There's a dude there in that tree. Right? Because it's got like the odd colored thing. Does he fight me? Or do I just talk to him? I remember this from the casual run, because I go and find everything. But I cannot remember if he fights me or not. I'm just going to go grab the hidden items while we hear if I'm going to die if I talk to him. Talk to him? He's dangerous. I'm getting mixed signals. He's not on this sheet, right? And I could have gotten him before Wattson, so it's probably fine. Okay. Phew. Nice. There were lines that we needed to get Hidden Power Ground on Golisopod before we're doing Wattson. And I just didn't want to bother. It didn't end up being necessary for the line, but there was a little period of time there that I was going to be going and doing Hidden Power Golisopod. This is still a special attack in this game, right? Yeah, okay. And then Fantina's up there for later. Alrighty. I believe that means it is time to go and flip our coin. Let's make sure our repel is on. Infinite repel enabled. Let's make sure our Alolan Golem, if you will, has magnet pull, and he does. The Mawile? Well, Mawile? Yeah, it is finally time to try for the Mawile. Can I get some, like, royalty-free drumroll music? Royalty-free drumroll sound effects. That should work. It's just some random sound effect on YouTube. I think that'll get the point across. 55%? I thought it was 50. Oh, because I guess he's also in the other encounter table? Just quad checking the repel, okay. And Mawile is on B2F. So that was 1F. Now I'm on B1F. Mawile is on B2F. So one more floor down. This is B2F. We have our magnet pull. Repel is disabled. We did spins for no crits on Chinchou and it helped. We hit the Mawile! Sorry if that blew anybody's headsets off. I tried to be kind of quiet. This is so exciting! We did it! The run is alive! The dream is alive! Heck yeah! Oh man! Now I'm all energetic and excited and fucking ready to go kill a trainer or something. Oh man, I'm so happy with that. I think that's the only encounter, like I wanted Spheal, because I love Spheal. But this one I wanted to like build a whole squad around, and oh man, that feels so good! Okay. Okay! This is the run. It's the run now. What are we nicknaming this Mawile? The Mawile in my casual run was nicknamed Nibbles. I'm not sure if that's like a little too conventional. I should send this to the Nuzlocke chat, because there may be some people who aren't watching who want to know. Chosen one. I want to try to think of a good one. It's got to be cute, because Mawile's pretty cute. Capable of great violence. Dreadmaw. There is a, like, as in Colossal Dreadmaw? I'm worried it's a little close to, Dreadnought. Dreadnought? This is Dreadnought not? What is the fucking Pokemon that Wally just had? Dreadnought Pokemon? Yeah, Dreadnought is already a Pokemon. That's my only concern with Dreadmaw. It'd be so good. Like, I love, like, I would call it Dreadmaw if Dreadnought did not exist. Because I'm gonna just miscall it Dreadnought the whole time. Go on, amazing, truly excellent suggestion. I love the magic tie-in. Sucker for a magic tie-in. Chomper. I feel like I'd go for Nibbles over Chomper. Because if we're gonna just go with something that is, you know, he eats stuff, that's what I called the one in the casual run. If I can't come up with something in like 2 minutes, or you guys don't come up with a better idea, we'll probably just go with Nibbles from the casual run. What are those two in the Beaufry anime? What are the two characters that have the giant hammers? You remember their names? One of those would be good. Because then we could, like, if I hit the Tinkaton, which I'll probably also try for, we could name the other one the other one. Beaufry characters. For those of you who aren't into anime, I watch very little anime. My wife watches a lot more, but Beaufry is like a very mellow isekai kind of one. Yui and Mai. Oh, Mai is really cute. How do you spell these? M-A... M-A-I-U-I? Okay, so I like Mai because it's a Mawile. We're gonna go with Mai. Well, let's pull up a picture of Yui and Mai, actually. Beaufry, Yui, and Mai. This is one of those video game isekai ones, which, you know, everybody has already, Bro, I just finished one and needed another. There you go. If you like super comfy low stakes, it's not even an isekai. They don't get sucked into the game. They just like to play it. Super like mellow shit. It's amazing. These two characters, their gimmick is they have no points in anything other than attack. And they're twins. So, first of all, if you like some anime and you like just chill vibes, Season 1 in particular is excellent for exactly that. We loved it. But also, that's going to be the nickname. Thank you for the lookup, sweetie. My, that's cute as shit. Let's get rid of this rappel. We can use the escape rope because we are not inside a gym. You're all so fucking funny. I love that animation, the spinny. It's just cool. We can hop back to Mauville, which is where we'll be. Actually, we probably want to go to Slateport because we're going to be trying to do that last beach house fight. Have you guys seen Moshuko Tensei? Okay, so again, Bryn, for those of you who are unfamiliar, Bryn is my wife. She watches far more than I do. She'll be able to talk to you about it to a much greater degree than I will. She likes to watch some anime after a morning breakfast. I like to plan fights or like do a little bit of Pokemon hacking or whatever after my morning breakfast. Holy shit, I'm so fucking happy with this. Oh man. What is the name of the one that has the hammer twins? It is Beaufry. Beaufry? Beaufry? Yeah, Beaufry. Let me paste it in chat. Beaufry. It's not what I'd call trash TV, but it's certainly like, you don't have to think about it very deeply. It's probably boring to somebody who wanted something with a little bit more depth of emotion or whatever, but holy shit, it was so wholesome and happy to watch. I just like watching happy shit. It's like, you're welcome. I hope you enjoy it. Me and Cap are also complete degenerates. Nothing degenerate about it. If you like happy shows with happy endings and happy characters and not stressing a lot, you're going to have a great time with this one. Again, at least the first season. The second season's a little weaker. It's not bad, it's just not quite as good. The first season is just like... Just pleasant to watch. I feel that way looking at pictures of palace cats. Oh! This is an excellent animal. Holy. Oh, what is the name of that Japanese flying squirrel? Do you happen Japanese small squirrel? What are they called? This thing! This thing! This is one of my animals of choice for that. The Ezo flying squirrel. Look at this guy. Is this not the cutest shit on earth? This is the Nuzlocke content I tune in for. You bet it is. The palace cat. Excellent idea. It's kind of like a sand cat with a flat kind of face. This guy, I could look at pictures of these for hours if I was having a bad day. They're just little balls with giant eyes. Like, oh my fucking god. Like, ugh. Just can't even handle it. Back to leveling up Mawile. It's on Crunchyroll, Pocky and Mawile. Could this day get any better? I don't even know that it can. Truthfully. This is all I wanted out of my day. International Palace Cat Day. That's a thing? 7k USD raised for... Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. I feel like you maybe also would appreciate a sand cat. I think these are a little bit more mainstream. But they got lots of cheek foofs. I don't think they have as much of the I am a ball of foof cuteness, but they got the huge cheeks, which is certainly still cute. I'll be on Team Palace Cat for sure. Those were cuter. So, oh, there's the sucker punch. That's what we like to see. That's what we tune in for. We're gonna be stuck with. Let's take a look at Mawile. So we should pick up Malwhale is not going to be used that much before we get the Mega. The stats are just too low. And also, very importantly, it doesn't get Ironhead Play Rough until the next split. Where is our splits? So, even, like, we go from, like, we are currently between Wattson and Flannery. Mawile picks up Ironhead between Chimney and Flannery, where there's like no time, right? And then you're gonna take your Steel type into the Fire Gym, and it doesn't have Play Rough yet. So Mawile really comes online after Flannery split, where you get access to Ironhead and Play Rough, so you can run Sucker, Ironhead, Play Rough. And also, I believe after Flannery, you get to go do Wind Straits, and the Wind Straits give you the Mega Stone for it. So it'll kind of be chilling in the box, nice and safe, unless we explicitly need the use of it, Intimidate plus Sucker Punch, until we're through Flannery. Mawile would go so hard into Flannery. What about Mawile would go super hard into Flannery? I really haven't looked at Flannery at all yet. Air Balloon Walls Wake. Hang on, that's cool. I am somebody who likes to use regular Mawile a lot. Even if it is holding the Mega item, just because Intimidate's so good. This is not replace Hypercutter, right? Yeah, just Intimidate. Oh, Sheer Force is a hidden ability. That's cool. I still think it's better than Intimidate, though. Mawile's not really here for the stats. So let's go grab Intimidate. Let's go take a quick look at Flannery. I think we're going to then try to plan that last beach house fight so that we can truly leave Wattson and all this nonsense behind us. Although it looks like Fantina. Fantina we could kind of do wherever. I think I'm likely to wait on Fantina until I get Mega Mawile. I think it'll be a lot safer with Mega Mawile knockoff plus Sucker Punch. Like I could probably try to think of something through with Drapion as a line. Maybe I'll do that off stream. Because this Gengarite would be nice, but again, I can't use it till after Flannery anyway. Expert Belt Brick Break would be nice. Maybe we will look into doing this, but I think I may play this off stream. Flannery, though, right at the bottom. Hydro Steam, Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, HP Poison. I think there's maybe just a little too much riskiness for the Mawile here. I don't necessarily want to be risking our Mawile unnecessarily. Very, look at, oh no, hold on. We can't be putting this in the box yet. We gotta see the follower sprite. Mawile obviously is in Heart Gold Soul Silver, but look how determined this Mawile is. So cute. So cute. I love this mod so much. I'm only sad that you don't get to see the Mega Sprite. Because I'm sure it would be adorable. Sheer Force would probably be better against Walking Wake specifically since it's special. Probably. I'm not sure how Air Balloon even helps into Walking Wake. What am I missing? Like, I feel like I just get flamethrowered. And there's not a whole lot else that happens. Maybe can I one-shot it with like a Play Rough? I don't have access to Play Rough, I guess. Helps with pivoting around the others. Yeah, I could see that being the case. I'll keep it in mind for sure when we get to Flannery. I definitely think there are going to be fights that Mawile is equipped with an Air Balloon. Because just a huge amount of immunity is really nice. But not sure that we're quite to that point yet. So let's try to cook Sailor Dwayne. Now that we got everything leveled up, we have our new encounters. I cannot go get any new encounters without triggering the Dawn fight. Oh, if you come in, oh, that's cool, that's cool. Did you grab your TMs from Marvel Game Corner? I did not. Thank you for reminding me. I did remember about doing that, and then promptly forgot. Because, you know, the Mawile investment. I'm so happy we got the Mawile. Oh, man. I don't need to win any other encounter luck for the rest of the run. That was what I wanted. I don't think I need coins. I think I just pay in cash, right? Right. Toxic, mostly can't use that. Taunt, I think, is totally banned. Light Screen might be useful. Protect, also banned. Giga Drain, that's what we're here for. Leech Life, also super sweet. Shadow Claw, that's going to be great for the Sacrilege we're hopefully about to get. Dazzling Gleam, again, gives Togekiss Stab. Psyshock Jab. Rock Slide will be a huge upgrade. This is a big TM power spike. Oh, Poison Jab too. Nice, nice. Very nice. Okay, so let's grab a save. Throw the save into the calc. And see if we can't cook Sailor Dwayne. At 44? Not 34. Nope. We could just sit here and look at it for a bit, though. Ah. Okay, now we can tab. Clear. Dwayne. So, Golisopod. Why does this Golisopod have Wing Attack, Revenge, and Safeguard? Did this fuck up all of my moves or just Galisopods? Just Galisopods. I've seen the Phantom Mons thing kind of happens. The Phantom moves is really funny though. First impression. Razor Shell. Sucker. So I would really enjoy. This sees mid-roll, so it'll see that it can come in, take mid-roll damage, and then two-shot me with Air Slash while it's speeding me. I need something that can do a little more to the Cramorant than Rock Tomb. Oh, Rock Tomb does do enough to keep the Cramorant out. It was the Pinsir. Nothing does enough damage to keep Pinsir from coming in and seeing that it can two-shot, I don't think. Fuck Betty Cramorant, that's funny. Change levels for enemy mons. Oh, right. What level? Oh, this is 34. 34, 44. Weird. Okay, level cap 44. Good catch. I thought that looked super skewy. 34, 30. These are not. Okay. Can I? Let's just try to refresh the calc. Let's try this. Try that as the first step. 44. We got this level 100 Thievel. Okay, let's try going to some other random mon and then going back to the Thievel. Still level 100. Ah well. First impression. Razor Shell. Sucker Punch. Rock Tomb. Just 'cause this is the set that it has now. It's not Brave, but that's attack boosting anyway, that's fine. And it's level... What level is it actually? They're all the same as me. Okay, so 44. So we get the clean one-shot with the first impression. This mid-roll, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, is 102? Nope. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 74. $148. So Cramorant will see that mid-roll does kill. Pinsir will not see that any mid-rolls kill, and it'll see that it outspeeds. And if it's looking at its own max rolls, this is what I was worried about. Does Golisopod get Rock Slide? Because that would probably be enough to keep Pinsir out. Leech Life, that's nice. I don't think that'll keep... Oh yeah, it does get Rock Slide, okay. Is that enough to keep Pinsir out? Because if all we really needed was to wait for Rock Slide to have this be really clean, that'll be nice. It is not! Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 64 doubled is 128. And Irv has said that the AI does not look at high rolls, which is what it does in expansion upstream. For its like mid-battle switch in, it looks at mid rolls, but I think I want to check. Has bad odds. So we're looking for in has bad odds. Get damage Mon could take. AI calc damage average roll. Okay, so it is assuming it takes the average roll, which is the 9th roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Rock Slide does just barely by 4 points of damage, enough that it cannot has bad odds out into either of these. Because Rock Slide, it sees that it gets 2-shot, and Rock Slide, it sees that it gets 2-shot by 4 fucking points of damage. So I guess all we needed was Rock Slide. So that means the Thievel, which is level... These are both correctly leveled, right? Yeah, okay. So the Thievel should just die to first impression. If we give it Rock Slide. Okay, okay. This might be nice and easy now that that part of the line... That was the thing that I was hesitant about, is that I was having a bit of a time trying to plan lines around that happening. And if that can't happen and we could just one-shot the Thievel immediately, this might be reasonably straightforward. You have random snow on, by the way. Look at that. Thank you. Good catch. So you got this adamant silver powder. It probably doesn't need to necessarily be adamant silver powder, but it's probably fine to be adamant silver powder. If it doesn't need to be silver powder, it might want to be Koba berry. Does Koba... Oh, it doesn't need to be adamant silver power because this is not seeing me with an item. I'm still one-shotting. So Koba berry, can we take an air slash crit? We can take an air slash crit. Can we take a regular air slash and still take half? We can't. So he'll see he can two-shot me with this. I'd probably go Cramorant. I can take any one hit and Rock Slide. Do I want to do that, or do I want to take... this is sort of an issue, because this is not going to trigger emergency exit. If it crits, it does. If I don't have Koba Berry, and he crits me, I just die. What if I'm, like, Spadef? It'd be really sweet to get a, I don't think so, yeah. It'd be really sweet to be able to get an emergency exit off here for the free switch into the Cramorant, but I don't think that's happening. So the alternative, we have to either hard switch out of the Cramorant, because this guy does not get U-turn. We can stay in and Rock Tomb him once, because we can take any one crit. With Koba Berry. So if he's at -1 speed at 81... Oh, right, hold on. He only has... Surf is the only thing that can trigger Gulp Missile. So we're looking at probably Clodsire, probably Lantern. Lantern can't absorb the Surfs, but it should take almost no damage. Dugong is probably fine here too. Lantern should be able to kill it the fastest. 1 discharge now that it's got discharge. That's really nice. So you probably go hard... Lantern, tank the crit, air slash, click discharge. Pinsir sees it outspeed, so Pinsir comes in, can eat 1 discharge, can hit for X Scissor, eat a 2nd discharge, can hit for X Scissor, sees that it loses the 1v1. So this should be a free Cramorant then, if we just bring Lantern. We just go hard Lantern, we can use this exact Lantern set for the discharge. So then we just need something to beat Pinsir. You have random, so could always pre-damage. I don't want to fuck around with pre-damaging if I don't have to. I think this is totally safe. You can come in hard on any crit, take any other crit. I guess I don't have Water Absorb for Surf, so he probably would Surf here. So if he crits me on air with Air Slash, then he crits me with Surf, then he gets a thing in his mouth, right? And we have to learn how Gulp Missile works. Gulp Missile. Can you tell I googled this before during Iriv's Elite Four run? When he googled how Gulp Missile worked on the 4th E4 member. If its HP is over half, it will be. It catches an Arrokuda and changes into Gulping form. If its HP is under half, it catches a Pikachu and changes into Gorging form. Spits out its attacker, dealing a quarter of the max HP and inflicting a secondary effect depending on its catch. Arrokuda lowers defense, Pikachu paralyzes. So I will take a quarter of my health and damage and have my defense lowered by 1 stage. As the plan is, we'd go hard Lantern on almost certainly an Air Slash. Then we would take a Surf. He would load up his mouth with an Arrokuda. So if we take a crit Air Slash, does 41. We take a crit Surf, does 49. 41 plus 49. I need to then be able to lose a quarter of my health. Equals 90. And my health total is 177. So, like, let's say 45. 177 minus 45 minus 90. We still live with 42 health. So, even if we get crit into Gulp Missile on discharge, this thing still dies. My life goal is to get the players of this game to fear Cramorant. I'm scared of flinch hacks from Air Slash. I don't think he Air Slashes into the Lantern. I think he Surfs, because I think... I don't know if there's actually coding for, like, if your Gulp Missile prefer Surf. We can check. Ability... Gulp Missile? It looks like it's solid no. Solid no. So there's no Gulp Missile, or if there's no Gulp Missile attached to it. The thing is, if he is just spamming Air Slashes, I can take 4 Air Slash crits in a row. If he doesn't crit them, we can take 6? So we only need to get one thing off. I think this is probably okay. So, worst case scenario, we end up with this Pinsir going for a random move. If our Lantern is at 42%, or at 42 health, 24%. I guess it's not random move. It's either X-Scissor, Brick Break, or Rock Slide. So not Cut, which means a Fairy type is okay. We don't really have a good fairy. Oh, hold on just a moment. Hold on just a moment. Not Bold. What's the other one? Impish. We're not going to be able to damage this back, but he can't switch out. Mawile can take any crit, drop the attack by 1. I don't like doing the attack drops, though, because, like, he can just crit my other mons through them. If I don't want him to crit my mons through them, Mawile, I think, is going to have a really difficult time actually killing this. He can switch in and take 2 other crits, which is kind of impressive. Do I have anything that can 2-shot it? Probably not. Probably not, but we'll do a quick check. Maybe like a Fire Fang, I think, is probably the best I'll be able to do. Rock Slide may be better. Is Rock Slide the best I can do? Probably. Fire Fang 65. Yeah, it looks like Rock Slide. And I don't think Rock Slide is going to do enough. Yeah, that's fine. Didn't expect it, might as well have checked. If we're concerned about crits, that means that the best 2 mons to look at are Drapion and Kingler. Drapion is now a little rough because of the X-Scissor. Oh, Battle Armor. Battle Armor doesn't work, this is Mold Breaker. I'm once again here to recommend Crabby after hearing the word crit, nothing else. He's in the consideration for it. The problem, of course, is the guy does have Mold Breaker, which I've just noticed. I think Kingler probably would, like, both of these would have had lots of potential otherwise. Glad I noticed that before I got crit and really upset. Slowbro? Nah, he loses to the X-Scissor. What are ones that can actually kill this? Okay, this is more what we're talking about here. Modest Swanna with Sharp Beak kills it in one shot. How do we get Swanna in on this thing? Dies to Rock Slide. If we're baiting random move on, if we're getting random move on Lantern, that can be Rock Slide. We do not want that. So the only thing we should not be getting on Lantern is Cut, because other moves have good secondary effects and do significantly more damage. So do we have any mon that can tank a Cut and then bait in any other move? Like Gyarados? Well, that's a baits in Rock Slide. We explicitly don't want to do that. Can I beat Shardy and Modest? Is that good enough? That is not good enough. Does Togekiss have higher special attack? It does. Can I beat Shardy on Togekiss? No, because I won't outspeed. And I can't take the cut. I do one shot though. Nice beat. Will be ashamed if someone were to break it. Horse. Oh, good idea. Horse is a great idea. Let's take a look. Horse can take 1 crit, 2 with a citrus, depending on rolls. There's like, if he goes min roll crit into max roll crit, Horse can't take 2 with his citrus. It probably has to be impish. How does Horse kill it though? I need Blaze Kick on this thing. Muds and Corvi. I forgot I had a Corviknight. I'm so used to this mod just not existing. Oh shit! Oh shit! That's the plan right there. Oh man, okay. Hello Corviknight, welcome to the team. This will be the first time this evolution line is used into anything. He doesn't kill, he pivots for Swanna. He totally can, I don't think he needs to. This Corviknight just comes in on any crit, then takes another any crit, and then takes a third any crit, and wins. Citrus Berry restores. Ah, shit, we're gonna have to do a little bit of citrus math, and also make sure. So these crit max crit rolls are 51, so we do lose to crit. We don't lose to crit with citrus. Oh shit, he has Unnerve! He can't even get citrus! Oh man! Get wrecked! My pincer, holy shit! This mod's pretty cool. Corvid. Let's take a moment and learn about a Corviknight, because I'm immediately impressed. He has the Steel Wing, and he picked up Drill Peck as well. He has some light dark coverage, but it's kind of shit, right? It was just Power Trip, yeah. Oh, maybe here's the point of feedback. I think the font for the dark text is too close to normal. I thought these were normal. This was normal type stuff initially. Swagger Iron Defense. Yeah, so it doesn't get anything else, really. Does it get anything spicy in the TMs? It is a steel. Oh, it gets screens. That's nice. Iron Head is going to be nice for later. Thief, Stealing. Ute. Ooh, okay. We're going to just teach it U-turn now, and I'm going to not have to remember to do that some other point. Looks like we may be able to do this fight with 3 mons. I'm very glad I waited, so it's this nice, like Rock Slide plus Corviknight. They're gonna keep this super simple. Let's also make sure he's got Unnerve, because I will probably leave it as Unnerve unless I ever get to the point of PP stalling. I had just seen something I like the look of with the TMs. I think I saw Roost. Okay, so we probably end up with like Roost, Steel move, U-turn, drill peck? Do a wing beat over drill peck, perhaps? Body press is nice. Brave bird is nice as a big damage option. That's probably all the tools it needs, to be honest. It seems to get like exactly the tools it needs to succeed. That's a funny idea. That's a funny idea. How much damage does pluck do? Pluck plus drill peck does get the KO. That's super funny. Cause we can come in. I guess if he doesn't crit me, it doesn't really matter. We can come in, take a hit, pluck, take a hit. Or sorry, come in, take a hit, take a second hit, pluck, then drill peck. That's super funny. Have double citrus. I like that idea. Egg moves. I know we don't get these till later. I think defog. Okay, and then most of these are illegal. But he seems to get exactly what he needs. That's great. Okay, so this is like... We're done here on these 3 mons, right? Turn 1, we first impression the Thievel to one-shot it. Corviknight, or sorry, Cramorant can't come in because it sees that it dies to Rock Slide. Doesn't one-shot me with the Koba Berry, dies to Rock Slide. Or actually, no, it doesn't see that I have a Koba Berry. So it sees that it comes in, eats a Rock Slide, doesn't kill me, eats a Rock Slide, and dies. We are going to keep the Koba Berry for maximum safety. In case whatever goes wrong. So Corviknight comes in, we go Hard Lantern. The only way that this loses is if the Corviknight gets 4 crit flinches in a row. Cramorant gets 4 crit flinches in a row, or something to that effect. Which means that... Oh, there's a sneaky jump left. I would really like a second Electric-type mod. This guy is gonna just die to a Water-type move, though, right? I know he doesn't have Sturdy. Does he have... Berry? What is Water Resist Berry? I don't think we realistically need a backup for Lantern, but if we only need 3 slots, we might as well. Thank God for this specific forum post. Pasho Berry. I don't think this is going to help, but we'll try it. Pasho Berry. Okay, it does help, but if he surfs, then we just die to the Cramorant being a Cramorant because of the Gulp Missile. So we don't want to do this. Really wouldn't mind another electric type. Is Floatzel maybe fine, just because he can like flake out Flip Turn into one of our other mons that can do most of the damage to this? Something like Water Absorb Clodsire. With Rock Slide. Yeah, I think that's fine. So you probably pack standard Floatzel. Where did it go? We probably pack Clodsire. We probably want some other emergency backup thing into this. Which is some priority might be nice. I'm not sure that really exists. Simisear can probably one-shot it. It can one-shot it some of the time if we end up having to pivot through something. I think we probably just take Mudsdale. I think that's safer. Which again, we would want to give Rock Slide. And Impish, I think. Embarrassed I'm on Twitch TV. You have hidden power too. Yeah, that's also true. I think this is gonna be fine. I think we'll just jam this and see if we can't also go get our Cerulege so that we can leave Mauville and everything south of Mauville, west, or all the cardinal directions from Mauville we can just leave behind us. And then that'll probably push us right up to about 1 o'clock or so once I'm done checking out the Cerulege. Which is a great time to go to bed, and then tomorrow I can try to prep Dawn during the day. I will probably also stream again tomorrow night, and then I will not be on Wednesday or Thursday because I got raid, unless I end up getting something prepped really quickly. But hopefully we can stream Dawn tomorrow, so we can start making our way up to the next big choke point at Mount Chimney. What mon do I need that I'm missing? Floatzel. Irv, is there anything against me prepping my team before I start my stream? Scandalous. Absolutely scandalous. Says the guy who has had his first stream lost to time. Adamants on Galissapod. You already know what you already know it. What are you on about? Do I? I don't remember what it is. If your stream is like, if your fight is right at the beginning of stream as well, given that it's kind of late, I would love that. That'd be great because then I'd get to watch it. And I do like watching other people do their streams. I will wrap up mine once I'm done this beach house fight and have also checked out Sarah Ledge a little bit. Because I've been excited for that one. I didn't use it at all in my casual run because I thought it was a legendary that could evolve, kind of like how Nebby was in those games. It just looked like a legendary the way that everybody else was talking about it. I was like, oh, this one's got to be broken. It's probably a legendary. And then I don't usually use those in my casual runs. And then Ira was like, no, it's not a legendary. It's just really, really good. So I know pretty much nothing about it, other than that it's really good. You do know it? You're one of like 3 people I told. Fuck. I'm gonna know it as soon as you start doing it, probably, too. Do you know what, though? I get to be pleasantly surprised with everybody else now. I love forgetting about this kind of shit. We are gonna go with the pluck for the memes. Like I said, I'm sorry. I probably would remember any other day. I've been up for a long time, and I am tired. Got the pluck. Definitely don't need to be timid. We're not outspeeding shit. So can we be Adam? It's not necessary at all. We'll just be impish, so we can take 5 crits, I guess, just in case. Just in case. Do I need something else that can deal with this Thievel at all? Like, what if my first impression reading is wrong, and I have to have something take a hit from this, like come in, take a hit from this, and not lose? Mudsdale's close. Can't take crits. Probably nothing can take crits. Kingler just dies to Dark Pulse. That's impressive damage. Oh, Dark Gem, right. Dugong? Probably Dugong, so we probably take Dugong over this. We can just leave Dugong exactly as it is. Super duper emergency backup mon. I love being surprised. I'm already excited about it. So we have Adamant Cobra Berry with First Impression and Rock Slide. Okay, that's that one done. Lantern's not even at full health. Let's address that. I probably also want Volt Switch on it. We have the Volt Switch TM, we have the Lantern. I'm not going to be T-Wave. Am I going to be... Is there any world in which I'm T-Waving? Maybe. So I guess we'll leave Volt Switch off. I think Flip Turn is better in general to leave on things if I'm forgetting to change moves, because it can't be immunity'd. Lantern is Modest with a Citrus. Modest with a Citrus. Corviknight is Impish with the Citrus. Citrus? Modest with a Citrus. I think we did Corvi, right? Citrus, Impish. We have the pluck for the trolling. And we weren't gonna bother with the other mods. I learned that T-Wave doesn't have the cannot miss if user is less electric. Oh, that's interesting. I guess 100 accuracy, so it's usually less of an issue, but that is interesting to know. I actually didn't realize that Willow and Toxic were can't miss. I just thought they were have 100 accuracy. So we'll double check in. Adamant Cobra Berry, level 44. Into this at level 44. Dies. Can't come in for Rock Slide, can't come in for Rock Slide. This Lantern then comes in hard on the Cramorant, probably Air Slashing. We one-shot with Discharge. The Corviknight comes in on this Pinsir, doing whatever it wants. Plucks it and then Drill Pecks it. Is that the case? We may not be able to do Pluck into Drill Peck. 43 into 58 is still a KO. So we are good to Pluck into Drill Peck. So this should be fine. I'm going to put Rock Slide on Clodsire really quickly. I may have done that already. I can't remember now. Nope. Just in case for that Pinsir at the end. Southern Rad. Neat, okay. I didn't realize it was as strong as just can't miss. That's cool. So let's do a team scroll. Try to blitz this Sailor real quick. Check out his Sarilege and then go raid Michael's stream. Whole squad of Citrus Berry users, pretty much. Plus a Chesto and a Cobra Berry. Okay. That's the squad. We are not leading with... Oh, no, we are leading with the Gliscod. Okay, good. I spoke to this man with confidence. We just sprinted up to him. Like, pardon me, we're going to try to one-shot all of your mons. How did they switch out? What the fuck? Je m'excuse? Fuck, dude! I did not want to be searing ready for, like, at the end of this stream, ready for bed. Son of a bitch. What the heck? How is happening? I guess he's going, like, I didn't expect this to be alive. I didn't even check it for Lantern. God, fucking... Can Gliscod take a crit on the switch-in? Not from some Dark Pulse rolls. For fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. You're right. The AI gets a goddamn... Okay, hang on. Investigate the Sailor. And then we grab our save. And we paste, and we call it Feeble Y. Okay. What is the plan here? He probably is Dark Pulsing. Because it has a strong secondary effect, and with the Dark Gem boost, it does the most damage by far. We had an emergency backup plan for this, which was to go hard into Dugong, which can actually tank the crit. Dugong has this awkward thing where either Mon can probably come out on it, because we weren't expecting this to be alive. That's probably fine. Dugong does not outspeed Paralyzed, does somehow miraculously, while sassy, outspeed Paralyzed Thievel. Alright, fucking... Son of... God fucking damn it. There's the Dark Gem, Dark Pulse. Dugong can tank any crit from this. It is a damn good thing. It is a damn good thing we went through Dugong. Okay, so Dark Gem is gone. This Mon is unburdened, so it's fast as shit. So we can go back into Galissapod on whatever this move is. Or we can just sit here and Ice Beam it a few times. I think I like the plan to just sit here and Ice Beam it a few times. Seems less needlessly risky. We tried to do something with Galissapod here. We tried. The AI is just not willing to give me 2 points of Switch Roast. It might get worse if this is Pinsir first. Which it should be, yeah. How does Cramorant do it to... Oh, no, sorry. So if it's Pinsir first, this Cramorant probably can't come in on Corviknights. Probably. I've been wrong fucking twice before now. Goodness. Get him, Tiny. Is the Cramorant holding a berry? It is. We're definitely gonna pluck. Get him on the Switch! So I'm slower. So he's not inclined to Icy Wind. This should be Surf. We don't need to worry about this, though. We're just supposed to go into Lantern. That's the plan. We're not going to try to get fancy with our water absorbs. This is probably Surf. We're just going to eat it on Lantern. The Gulp Missile is fine. We're prepared to take that damage. So, why did the discharge do like half health? Do I not understand? Did I not read enough text? Roost lost flying type. Oh, you're so right. Thank you. Much appreciated. I was concerned that I had not read enough paragraphs of this ability's text. Phew. Okay, so if I'm gonna just stall him out of roosts here is what looks like is going to be the case. I do not well take crit surf into losing 25% of my life. On the crit surf, he would have to trigger my citrus, and then I would be fine. So I can sit here and stall him out of roosts. If I paralyze the Cramorant, am I faster? Okay. I think we're gonna go for the Thunder Wave next turn. Really feels like the box kind of came alive a little bit here. Like, getting access to all these extra evolutions is super nice. I'm really, really pumped about this Corviknight, going from, like, has been a bench warmer, has never seen use in an actual fight, to helping with this absolute clusterfuck. Nice citrus. There were a lot of crits that fight. A lot of crits, flinches, some weirdness. We were never worried. Never worried at all. Literally too annoyed to be worried. Give me my Charcadet, please. Thank you. Holy heck. Not even close. Thank God that wasn't that close. What do we call this guy? The Cerulege looks a little bit like a Power Ranger to me. I'll be totally honest. Cerulege looks a little bit like a Power Ranger. You know what? We don't need to use Smogon. We can look him up in the decks. He's kind of got some of that ghostiness. He reminds me a little bit of Odin from Final Fantasy XIV, so we might go with Odin. Ah, my cousin has a kid named Odin now. Probably can't go with Odin. That would be a little weird. Does Zantetsuken fit? Zantetsuken Final Fantasy? How do you spell this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that fits. Brain's been in a little bit Final Fantasy mood today, because not only like that's the game that I raid in, but I'm also a very big Magic the Gathering player. And there's currently a look at that, does fit. There's currently a crossover set for Final Fantasy and Magic the Gathering in the middle of being spoiled, and I've been very excited about it for like a year and a half. Both are great options. My understanding is this is the greater option. I need a Moonstone, and I can do this immediately. Let's go take a quick look at the Charcadet sprite. I like his flame. His flame looks pretty nice. It definitely looks a little bit like a hair thing. I feel like the flame on top of its head should have a little bit of an animation in the side view, but he is very he does look very representative. Okay, so let's just double check before we click the wrong button. This is a Moonstone evolution. This one is the Sunstone, this one is a Moonstone. We want to use a Moonstone on it. That is not at all what I expected its cry to sound like. Very funky. Very futuristic. Oh, he just gets Shadow Claw on Evo. I didn't even need the TM. Oh, it starts with Willow. Flame Charge, I think, is banned. Okay. We'll get rid of Nightshade, but I think Flame Charge is banned. I'm not entirely sure what his learn set looks like. I'm gonna level him up to 44, and then we'll take a quick look at him in the decks. And then I think I'll probably hand off the streaming to Michael if he's ready to go. And I will try to cook Dawn before tomorrow evening. Incinerate. This is fine. It's more legal than Flame Charge. Flame Charge is banned, right? Yeah, okay. Sitting in front of my fight with my team ready to start my stream. Oh, perfect. I'm going to take a quick look at what Saraledge's learn set looks like, and then I'll give you a raid. Very early Lava Plume, wow. He is a physical attacker, right? Yeah. Yeah. Flamethrower also, goodness. Hopefully he learns a physical attack there. I guess there aren't very many physical fire attacking moves that he even can learn. Especially that Flame Charge is not allowed. Alright, and there he is. Oh my god, he gets Flare Blitz at level 40 fucking 4. Holy crap. Was not expecting the Flare Blitz. Okay. Let's take a quick look at Saraledge before we end stream for this evening. So he's got Flash Fire for Absorption. 50% damage boost. Wow. That's cool. Shadow Claw, he gets... Oh, Shadow Sneak! Don't mind if I do. That's nice. Probably ditch a Willow? Or not Willow. Probably ditch a Flamethrower. Solar Blade. Oh, okay, it's charge move, charge move. Don't get too excited. Well, I should Flame Wheel. Did I miss Flame Wheel? Flame Wheel, yeah, okay. Flame Wheel, nice. Don't also need that. This guy's got some great moves, wow. On top of the great abilities. Flare Blitz, Psycho Cut, Neck Split. Okay, Bitter Blade. Oh, there's the big physical fire move. Absorbs half damage inflicted at base 90. Yeah, wow. Cool. Mon looks sweet. Probably does he get crazy egg moves? No. Close combat off TM. Wow, that by itself is probably all the coverage you need. Some poison jab for fairies. That mon is awesome. I see why he's so popular. Forget like, you know, the Ghost Fire Air Balloon kind of deal. Like you can have Ghost Fire, Flash Fire, Air Balloon as a just all the immunities ever. Alright, well this was an incredibly productive stream. I didn't do a whole lot of fights, just 3. That last one was a little dicey. But we got the Mawile, which is huge. We got the Saraledge, which is excellent. We're ready to go do Dawn and unlock the mid-game. Mawile, getting out of the early game without any deaths, and getting the Mawile is pretty much all I could possibly ask for. Just fantastic. Really, really happy. Let's go see if Michael's stream is up. It is. Okay, hang on. You're all welcome to either flip to Michael manually if you want. I'm gonna go push the raid button so anybody who would like to can go see his fight. Once I figure out where the hell this stupid button is again. Raid channel. We've done this back and forth a couple of times now, so I think we're starting to get a little better. Michael Hawk. Again, I can't remember exactly when it gets triggered, so thank you all very much for watching this stream. And I will probably stream Dawn and some of the fights on the next route tomorrow evening. And I will see you in the Discord and in Michael's stream in a moment.